Now that is a pleasant sound. That is a pleasant sound. What we've got here is the Roughhouse up and running and ripping, at least on the bench, pretty well. So what we're going to do, it's plenty dark outside, as you can see, but what we're going to do is roll this off the bench and see if we can't at least go for a small rip around the block. So what we're going to do is knock this off the bench here, throw the seat back in the bucket hole, and then take this out and see if we can't get at least one decent little rip around the neighborhood. We do have an option if we think the exhaust is a little bit plugged. There's this 12mm bolt right here down on the exhaust that is a bypass, so that's supposed to let a fair amount through. What I'm going to do is actually run this, and then when I come back, I'm going to grab my thermal camera, and we're going to take a look at what that exhaust looks like. If with this closed, we see a lot of heat in the front end of the pipe, but we don't see nearly as much heat in the back end of the pipe, that's going to tell me that it might be a little stuffed up in here, and we'll need to figure out a solution. However, I think if we get this out and run it, we should see a pretty even heat distribution across the whole exhaust. But we do have a scooter now that we turn the key, hit the switch, and fires right up. And you can't ask for more than that on a project you're calling Scooter Rescue. Once we've got this all buttoned up and running right, then we're going to start getting it cleaned up, maybe sand and paint the wheels here, and then I think move this on to another home. So with that, let me put my helmet on, and let's see what we can do with this thing. All right, so we're going to take the seat, drop the seat approximately into place, rock our scooter forward, and roll her on down. Just like that. We're ready to see just how this thing sounds and how it rides. All right, and now that we're back, let's get this up on the bench and see what we're looking like for temperatures. Roll it on up, and all we have to do, put it up on the center stand, like so, and we've got our scooter up on the bench. So let's go ahead and switch to thermal imaging, see what we're looking at. Okay, what we've got pulled up on the screen now is the thermal image, as we can get it from my little Seek thermal imaging camera. And it's looking like we're probably not dealing with an exhaust that's overheating in any one section. Looking pretty uniform on our heat distribution underneath. If we come in and we look this way, I don't see any weird hot spots. It's all looking pretty normal. Looking up front just for fun, we can see our wheel and our rotor. There's our brake rotor and brake caliper. Ooh, that is quite warm. Looking over this way. So with this, I think everything's looking exactly like it's supposed to. I don't think we have any weird hot spots in the engine. I don't think we have any weird hot spots in that exhaust. Everything's looking pretty much normal. But let's go ahead and take a look under the seat. So looking down from above, okay, everything looks exactly like it should. I mean, it's not the world's best resolution or anything, but we're clearly seeing all of the components of the scooter. Everything that was here, nothing is overheated. Nothing looks like it's hotter than it should be. I mean, our exhaust, as we can see on the camera here, is showing us 490 some degrees on either end, but that's pretty well, I think, within spec of what we're looking for. And overall, I'm really happy with the way that turned out. That's going to be the scooter out on the road. I mean, we had it on the big main road, cooking along at 45 or so. We took it up my little side streets here, and it performed quite admirably, especially with somebody of this stature, shall we say, sitting on it. I'm really, really impressed with our Roughhouse 50 here. Now that it runs, we're going to let it sit overnight, make sure it starts up again tomorrow, and then we'll give this thing a thorough washing. We'll probably do something about our wheels, just get those cleaned up some. And I think it's time to find a new home. And we'll get that buddy that's been hiding in the background of so many of these videos lately up on the bench and see what we can do with it on our scooter rescue project number 2. So let's come back when we got this thing getting a bath.